What's crack-a-lackin', you absolute bloody legends? Well, today, it's something that, well, it's a bit of a weird one. So we've got a bit of an update for you guys, but not just, I hope the wind isn't too bad, by the way. I'm out with Apollo because, say hi, Apollo. Say hello. He basically got so fed up at home. Lainey's got some like phone call appointments and stuff that she's got to deal with. So I was like, I'm just gonna take him out and I'm gonna chat to you guys as well while I'm out and about. Basically, we've got a bit of an update based around the paranormal things happening in our house, as well as a few things personally. And we weren't going to post any more paranormal stuff on our channel. There is a video going to be coming out on Wednesday kind of explaining a little bit more in depth why that was the case. But you know, a lot of people have been like, who have taken a bit of a hiatus from the channel or whatever, and have come back to not see any Dave and Andy stuff or any paranormal stuff, and they're like, what's happened? You've just completely cut them off. And you know, that was not exactly the intent for what happened. There was a few reasons, you know, like I said, we do explain that in another video, but I'm going to give you a bit of an update on a few things that have happened, because, well, as well as the house being literally dead for a good couple of months, things have started happening again. This week in particular, there's been a lot of things going on. Basically, they have been posted to our TikTok. So if you're not following us over on TikTok, that's where we're going to be posting all the paranormal things from now on. And then we're going to do, like, you know, how we used to do, like a monthly update, maybe if things happen over on the YouTube channel, and explain it a bit more in depth. Just a few personal things to start with. We've kind of got a moving date now. So the house is due to be finished any time between the 1st and the 30th of September. I think today's date is the 12th of September. No, it's not. I think it's the 15th of September. I don't know what day of the week it is. I think it's the 15th of September now. And we've still got to get the flooring and stuff put in, like we kind of logged it a couple of weeks ago. So once that's put in, we're basically good to go. So we're going to be looking probably between the middle and end of October next month is going to be like the moving day and stuff. So hopefully, all things going well, that can be our moving date as well. I think the last time we did this, we did a little update on little Boo. Boo's still missing. He hasn't come home. I think it's been at least 8 weeks now he's been missing for. So we've kind of come to the conclusion that he's gone. It's been a very long time. We've heard absolutely nothing. You know, we've put it in Facebook groups again. We've put posters out. He has been microchipped, and we've like registered him as missing. So that's all. I think that's all we really can do. So I think, you know, it's time to come to the realization that he's probably not going to be coming back, which is really sad actually, because Boo was my very first, like Lainey's had dogs and stuff in the past, but Boo was my very first child, like fur child and practice baby. And then along came Loki, and then along came Apollo, but Boo was my very first, and I'm very sad about that actually. I'm very sad that he's gone. Bless his little black cotton socks. He was a lovely little kitten, but I think he's gone. And Lainey actually had a little experience where she saw a black cat in the house, and she thought, oh, Boo's back. And then, like, literally this cat walked through the kitchen, through the doorway, and then when Lainey went chasing after it, there was absolutely nothing there. But she swears on her life and on Apollo's life, she saw Boo as clear as day, which is weird. That was really weird, because she was so certain. I was like, are you sure it wasn't Loki? Are you sure it wasn't just like some weird cat that's roamed in through the open window? And she's like, no, it was Boo. She saw the kink on his tail as he was walking through. She's like, oh my god, he's back. And he wasn't there. So I think, you know, Lainey being all psychically tuned and stuff, I think she saw him. I'm pretty certain she saw him, bless him. That was like a little, it's okay, mum, you know, I'm gone kind of thing. And that's how she put it to me, and I thought that was heartbreaking, man. Honestly, it was heartbreaking. But anyway, enough of that and all that boring stuff. You're here for the paranormal stuff. So over the past week, lots of things have happened, lots. I think there's like over the past, from probably Tuesday to yesterday, I'm recording this on the Friday, there was like 3 things that had happened like over the course of 3 days. So I'm going to show you each clip individually, and I'll explain to you what happened, where we were when this was going on, and we'll take it from there. So the clip you've just seen is one that happened on Tuesday, and this was mental. We've had one thing ever, I think, that we've witnessed on camera levitate. I'm going to use the term levitate, and that was the ring light that's next to the computer that we use for our recording and stuff. And that, I mean, that one was just literally a static up and then like fling forward, whereas this is like someone or something has literally just gone over to it, grabbed it and just like thrown it behind them, and it's like, yeah, I don't like this mug. So when me and Lainey saw this, it was mental. Like it just seemed like, the best way I can describe it is like when the cutlery comes flying out the drawer. When that happened, like literally about, it was probably this time last year, to be fair. That was crazy in itself, but it was like someone had literally gone along, picked it up by the handle and just threw it up, and we came in to find the mug on the floor and the handle shattered into pieces. And after rewatching it, I mean, it falls behind the coffee table, so we can't see exactly where it lands, but we assume that what's happened is it's landed on the handle, because you hear like a conk noise. That's the best way I can describe it, a conk noise. And I think it's landed on the handle, the handle's shattered. The rest of the mugs, like you can see it roll in behind the sofa. I was a pretty huge fan of that mug, actually. I like that mug, that was my mug as well. It had a B written on it. Pretty pissed off, to be fair, that it got smashed. Because it was like a huge mug as well, so you could fit like loads of tea in there, and it was just chef's kisses. It was really good, especially in the morning, you know, when you need that first thing in the morning cup of tea. That was my go-to. It was pretty crazy. Like, that was one thing that it just seemed explosive. That's the best way to describe it, I think, explosive. But what do you guys think about it? Let me know down in the comments, and we're going to move on to the next clip. So the next clip, the one that you've just seen, was one where it had the comments on TikTok very divided. It had the comments very divided, because it was a knife. Basically, we've got now 3 cameras. We've got one for the bedroom, one for the living room, and one for the living room, because we use one for the baby when he's asleep, because we can have it on the monitor at all times, so we can keep an eye on him. And then we then only had one for downstairs, and you know, we wanted to make sure that we had at least 2 cameras, because we've always had 2 cameras downstairs, because those are kind of the hot spots. So we invested in another camera. In the kitchen, just like, it was just a standard day, and this knife just flies out of the knife, what do you even call it, a knife holder? Are you singing for us? Are you singing? Are you singing for us? No, you're not anymore. It's chomping on a ring. This knife comes flying out of this knife holder, stacker, I don't know what you call it, and that's just it, really. It was the same thing as the mug, really, with like, oh, there he is again. I caught you that time. I caught you. The knife comes out of the knife stacker and just flies over and onto the floor, similarly to how the mug did actually the day before. That's kind of the theme that we picked up, was like, it just seemed again quite explosive. And this is quite common with our activity actually, like it will happen in peaks and troughs, like we've kind of mentioned before. So we've gone a long time actually with no activity whatsoever, and now it's come back and it's quite explosive, which isn't out of the normal. Both times that these happen, I think it's important to state, is that I was at work and Lainey was out with the baby both times, because when she's at home she gets a bit fed up on her own, so she goes out for little walks, goes to the like local coffee shop or whatever. So we were both out at these times, and it was just one of those things where we got the notification on our phones to say that activity had been detected as normal, and then we open up to find this. I don't think there was any malicious harm or intent from these clips, and I've spoken to Sam, I've seen Sam in the comments, and she doesn't seem concerned. And you know, if Sam's concerned, then I'm concerned, and if she's not concerned, I'm also not concerned. I think the most shocking thing was that it was a knife, but let's not forget, like this time last year, a pair of scissors were literally yeeted out of a drawer at like rocket pace. And you know, I don't know, a lot of people were like, oh, that's bad, that's a knife, that's bad, that's bad. But I think if someone were there, like if someone was in the kitchen, that's really bad. But the fact that it was empty, the entire house was empty, I think it's not the worst thing that could have happened. I think that's the only way I can really put it. But again, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions. Let me know down in the comments, and I'd absolutely love to hear it. This final clip was probably one of the the most explosive, that term's been thrown around a lot, this video is explosive. It's one of the most explosive clips we've probably ever captured. There is so much going on, like it's hard to even fathom the amount that actually happened. Like, so it starts off quite subtly, you know, with the cupboard door to and fro-in, which again, we've captured things like that before, that's not out of the norm. But then when everything else started, like the cutlery drawer, the other cupboard door and the bin, madness. Now, what's important to note is that on the bin, I saw a lot of people saying, well, you know, it's a foot pedal bin, you could just be pushing the foot pedal. But when you watch the foot pedal, which I did very closely, you'll see that the foot pedal doesn't actually move at all. That stays completely stationary throughout the entire video. Only the lid moves. Now, the comment section was actually quite funny for this one. I quite enjoyed looking at the comments on this video, because if anyone knows the Oven Kid, there's the dad who's got like the trombone or the trumpet or something, he goes, and then there's the kid in the sunglasses in the background and he's like banging on the oven. A lot of people did like some callback references to that, and I was just like, oh my god, this is so true. But to be fair, if you go over to TikTok and you watch that video, just look in the comments, man. The comments was probably the best part of that entire video. I very much enjoyed the comment section on there. Again, probably not as what someone might coin as endangering as the first two clips with a knife and a mug literally getting yeeted up into the air, but probably more explosive in terms of a lot more happening at any one time. That it was just, I watched it, I was like, what the fuck is going, anything else? I was literally watching it like, is anything else gonna happen? Because like everything else has happened. So that was literally mental. It was absolutely mental. Like, I showed it to Lainey because I got it on my phone first and I was the first one to open up the notification, and she just looked at it like, because she was actually upstairs at the time that this was going on. So she was upstairs having a nap because the baby was having a little nap, so that's when she kind of grabs 5 minutes for herself to have a little nap as well. So she knew that there was some noise from downstairs, but she just assumed that it was like someone from outside, because we're hearing a lot of noises outside at the minute, like just from like neighbours, and we live next to a really busy road, and every Tom, Dick, Harry and their dog has like cars with like mega loud exhausts, and because it's like a crossroad with traffic lights, it's like the go-to spot for drag racing for some reason. So it's just irritating. It's like hella noisy, so we hear lots of noises like that, and there's lots of bangs and pops and stuff. So she just assumed it was something like that, but no, when I showed her this, she was like, that literally makes so much sense. But she was dumbfounded by the amount that was going on in that entire video. Once again though, I want to hear your thoughts and opinions on this down below, just like Lainey does as well. But that's kind of it for the paranormal and life update, I suppose. It's nice to actually be able to talk about the paranormal stuff again. Over on our TikTok, like I said, that's where we're going to be predominantly posting things that happen. So, you good, my dude? Are you good, my dude? You just want some screen time, that's what you want. Let me know in the comments if you've enjoyed having the paranormal stuff back. Like, it is nice, to be fair, it is nice. You know, going back to, I suppose, our roots, where like it was predominantly paranormal, but we address a lot of things in the upcoming video on Wednesday. So make sure you tune in for that. And a lot of your questions will be answered, quite literally. And it will provide a lot of clarity, I think. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed. Be sure to jump the hell out of that like button if you have enjoyed. Subscribe if you are new to hang around, and tickle my little bell so you get notified whenever we upload to this channel. All the time we upload to this channel. And I can't wait to hear your thoughts and opinions on all of these clips and things down in the comments. And I cannot wait to spook to you later. Let's do it together. Ready? Peace. 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 Yep. You're looking at me like I'm stupid. Spook to you later. Peace.